We're excited to show you a little bit about the comprehensive literacy model. Over the last few months, we have developed a district literacy team, and together we have created a 3-year plan to guide us in the implementation.
There are so many things that we are excited about as we begin this journey. First, it's going to build consistency within our grade levels and across buildings in our literacy instruction.
We will also have model classrooms where other teachers can come in and observe, and then each year we will continue to add new model classrooms.
The collaboration between our teachers and our interventionists will allow us to meet all students at their level.
Here's a glimpse of what's been happening so far.
What did we talk about right here?
The language workshop has been a real game changer in my classroom. My kids are really picking up on clues from text. We're talking about text clues and looking at pictures to make predictions and make connections. But the biggest change I've noticed in my kids is not only how much they understand the books that we read now, but they're able to write about them. And not just write about the books, but just writing in general. But this time in the year, normally in kindergarten, I'm begging kids to write me 2 sentences, or at least 1 sentence that's not, "I love my mom." So this year I have kids like in Writer's Workshop and during censor time independently writing me 2 or 3 sentences, and it's just been a huge change. I think of a girl in particular who could barely even write her name when she came in, and during Writer's Workshop she's writing 3 sentences per page, and words are spelled correctly and she's got spacing, and my kids are just really thinking about their writing a lot. My guided reading groups this year have improved greatly as well. I've had training with Mrs. Hill, and I've really improved on book introductions, and now my second to lowest group, my group who knows all of their letters and their sounds, they're heading to a book 5 in group, a level 5, which is huge. We expect them to be on a level 4 independently before they leave, and I've never had some of my lowest groups this high this early in the year. So I'm so excited to implement this program throughout the building and throughout our district. I know that Mrs. Hill and I have just barely touched the surface on Language Workshop, and I've seen such huge growth in my students on that. So I'm really excited to be trained on that and see where Marshfield's headed.
During our conferencing time yesterday, what I noticed.
Writer's Workshop is something that I've just kind of barely dove into with Mrs. Seymour. We're still in the learning stages of it, but so far I've seen so much growth in my students. What I love the most about it is the conferencing. I'm really able to differentiate my instruction and really hit those low learners, but also stretch those high learners, which often get ignored just because of lack of time. But the individual conferencing allows me to meet with all of my kids and help them in the areas that they're struggling in. So that's probably my favorite thing about Writer's Workshop so far. I have one gentleman in my class who he never has any ideas. He's very animated, and I know he has lots of ideas, but getting them onto paper is a huge struggle for him. And so we've struggled with that all year. And once we've really done the workshop, I see him blossoming. He's excited to write. He still might not be writing a ton, but he's getting his ideas on paper, and he's anxious to share them with me. He wants to conference. He comes to the table ready and can't wait to talk to me. And that's been super exciting to see for that individual kiddo. Seeing all the workshops come together, and again, we're really new with it, but I'm excited to see when we get that layering in with the interventionists and the classroom teachers. I just don't see how any of our kids won't be able to succeed. This is just, I really am a believer in this, and I was a skeptic in the beginning, but it is working so well, and I'm seeing a lot of growth in my kids already.
The comprehensive literacy model is an initiative that I have known about for several years, but I never really thought it would become a reality here in Marshfield. I want to thank Dr. Lauder for his vision in bringing this opportunity to us and for his leadership in leading us through the implementation process. I believe that the unity between all 3 elementary schools is going to be greater than we've ever seen it before as we grow and learn together with a common focus. I'm especially excited about the impact that this is going to have on our students. Great things are ahead.